stars, and that's who we are. We are voices. There's nothing to fear. Explode in your rear. Feel our voices.
And it's a poodle.
Hi, guys.
Hey, what's up? It's Voice of the Republic. This is Ed.
This is Mike.
And this is Carl.
Oh.
Hi.
It's like you guys are flashing gang signs, some whiter than others.
See if I can do the Bloods.
Yeah, I can do the Bloods.
Nah. Oh, nice.
It's
Oh.
all cramped up because I'm trying to. Yeah,
Oh my god. It's amazing.
See my blood.
Now we have like this huge like influx of like gang-related like viewership.
I think it's
be
gonna be
awesome.
drive-by trolling. That's what's gonna happen. You think that was funny, motherfucker? Well, yeah. Another guy.
How do you know the Crips love the prequels? Ah, shit.
Yeah. This one's for Jar Jar. It's just clips of gun violence. It's just
Just some dude that has like a tattoo of like Biggie and then like Jar Jar.
He's got the Biggie Jar Jar connection. My boss the other day got off. I was talking to her on the phone. I don't know what got us onto the talk about gangster lingo, but she was talking about something that had pissed her off, and she's like, I was just so angry, and I just wanted to like bap bap bap, and then she goes, wait a minute, bap bap bap, and then she started laughing to the point where I couldn't even talk to her. I'm like, Heidi, please stop. And she's like, it was like 5 minutes of like, she's like, that's so stupid. Like, everything is so stupid. Oh my god. That's her thing now. Bap bap bap.
That's pretty funny. That's really funny.
And it's like, if only she would have followed it up with like 187 on the motherfucker.
187 on the motherfucker. Nope, but that's me tomorrow. Thank you very much.
I was gonna push his cap back. My favorite. I like to hear a guy in a Ralph Lauren shirt throwing that one down. Do you want me to push your cap back?
Because I will.
Because I will push it, sir.
I'm close to the pushing point.
That's it. That's the preppy gang movie. It's called Pushing Point.
I actually, it's funny we have this conversation because I have my Optimus Prime set up to shoot the gun sideways. He's like, yo.
Hold on. Let's. Yeah.
Isn't that cool? He does it sideways.
His head tilt's got some attitude.
Yeah, boy. Like, that's the way he's going to do that shit.
He's like, say what again? I motherfucking dare you.
What? Oh, that's what I thought. Isn't that great?
I pop a bot.
Awesome.
I'll pop a bot.
I want a teleprompter. Get me that for Christmas.
I'll get on that.
Thank you. Google teleprompter stat. Yeah. So today on VOR we're gonna be going back. We're gonna be waxing nostalgic. So before we were the salty, fucking brilliantly gorgeous, toy veterans and nerd enthusiasts that you see before you, we'll be talking about when you had like Sundays all to yourself and summers started whenever you woke up and were over when your mom made you come in, if she made you come in, and what you did with your friends and your favorite toys and what toys were along for the ride and if you even needed toys. So I mean, for us it was a very different time. There was like no cable, no internet, no bike helmets, hardly a curfew. There's a lot of dangerous adventures in places that your parents didn't know about because they're just like, well, don't get hit by a car. So
condoms were either lubricated or not.
Yeah.
Your cigarettes were menthol or filtered or not. That's what you had. There were no dip packs.
That's right. Just 8-year-old Mike is like, you know what? Tucking it. Yeah. But yeah, I thought we'd kick it off with like just for where it started for a lot of people, like the toy revolution of Star Wars.
Boom.
So, Kenner times 3 3/4. So, do you want me to jump in?
You lead the way.
I'll take it. I'll take this and run, coach. I remember that for me, once Star Wars entered my life, it wasn't about like all these different cute things anymore, because I was about like 4 or 5.
Mhm.
So there was just a variety of random shit at the time, just like all sorts of brands and things fighting for your attention. But man, when Star Wars hit and there was a toy to go along with that movie, none of it mattered. Everything served Star Wars, and that was not only
Right.
toys, but it was like the world around me. So every surface became a place where my imagination was now putting these things. So every bookshelf was now the Death Star. You know, our hockey table had an air hockey table. Oh no, air hockey table with like the puck goes in, slides down the bottom. That's a death trap, man. That's gonna eat you, and that's like the trash compactor. Trash compactors, I'm sure, for many kids became trash compactors. You know, and it was it was early, and it was just amazing, like how being that young and just how many things became slaves to my toy thirst.
Oh yeah, man. There wasn't like a set of blinds that didn't like serve as bunks. You know how you can turn the blinds horizontally, and they'd serve as bunks, or like the ties down the side of your curtains would always I'd have like the figures kind of climbing them, kind of weave them in. There was nothing. There wasn't a house plant. Come on, that's a jungle. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
They weren't just for peeing in. They were for your action figures.
Oh yeah.
Well, and for me, I remember growing up, we had a old school wooden kind of 70s, 80s couch. You know, it had a wooden frame and then cushions on top of it, and it had railing and stuff on it. And I would pretend it was the star base from The Last Starfighter. And I would pretend and I'd find whatever cars I could find of my Hot Wheels that most looked like spaceships, and would fly them around and stuff like that. Because my problem is Kenner ended the Star Wars line around 1985. I was only 3 years old at that time. So they actually stopped Star Wars toys about the time that I would have been getting into them. So I didn't get any Star Wars toys until they relaunched it with the Power of the Force in 1995. So all I had was one little Boba Fett that was completely tattered and torn up before I even got it, because my grandparents bought it for me at a yard sale because they knew I liked Star Wars, and that's all I had was the vintage Boba Fett, which I then ended up trying to chew the missile out because I thought the missile must have came out. I was like, this missile's not coming, like that, and then I just ruined it. What wasn't ruined on it, I finally ruined trying to do stupid crap like that because I was a dumb kid. So
that's hilarious.
See, I was the complete opposite. I was very very touchy and cleany and dusty with my toys, and I didn't as much build stations. That's one of the things. I was a bit of a hot house plant, and I was also very meticulously neat with especially my Star Wars, because, and I've said this 100,000 times on the show, but here it makes most sense, is that my parents went to see it the week it came out, and then the following week they took me, so they went to test it out to see if I could handle it. And but in the in between time, my dad, who was working at a drug fair, is what it was called at the time, he was coming home with action figures. So they were toys before it was the movie. So the universe explodes in my head with just the figures, and the movie brought value to them, which made them priceless.
Gotcha.
So
cool.
I was more staging with everything I did. It was like my dad had Splinter in the Mind's Eye. Do you remember that novel?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I would take the book and I would open the book so that it was like so you saw the front and back cover, and I would set my figures up in front of that, and that would serve as backdrop, or my lunchbox would serve as backdrop.
Nice.
And I always wanted it to be all official Star Wars stuff. I didn't want, like, not at that time Ninja Turtles, but I wouldn't have had a Ninja Turtle anything near my Star Wars. That's crossing the stream, just not happening.
Oh, wow. So strict even at that age. It's amazing.
Very, 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 very,
Wow.
I had a lot of willpower as a child. I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean, when I didn't have a lot of ships growing up, it's like, and especially if you have all the ships claimed. All right, Han and Chewie are in the Falcon. Luke's got the X-Wing. And if I didn't have a TIE fighter at the time, it's like, all right, what are you going to do? So anything I could put a guy in served the purpose. And if it had wheels, well, it's fucker's flying now.
It's even better.
If it was Ronald McDonald's buggy, you know, like the Mego Ronald McDonald set, which I had, you know, well,
Right.
if it fits guys, it fits guys. And here comes Darth Vader and 4 other dudes crammed in a flying whatever, you know, like the McDonald and choo-choo. Like absolutely everything was just, if it fits a guy, it's a ship, and here we go. So, one thing that was always like the best, the absolute best, was, and kind of genius on Star Wars part, is that by setting all these different planets up on different, like, one environment planets.
Yeah.
So you can now kids can like go to these places mentally when they occur. So if you're in the woods, you're in Endor, and when it snows, if you're up in the Midwest like I was, when it snows, it's Hoth time. Everything else, fuck them. You know, we're just in a Hoth world for the next 8 months of the year.
Right.
So,
I'll tell you, with regards to Hoth, I hate to jump in on top of you, but with regards to Hoth, after we got our Hoth Wampa set, I used to put that in the freezer. And my mom was like, Michael, please stop playing in the freezer. And I would just open the freezer, because we always had the frame of snow.
right.
Yeah, and I would like set them in there and look at them, and
Yeah. Ours was a
it was
drawer.
real.
So,
That was real shit.
Oh. Let me ask you guys this. Did you, once you had access to these toys and saw the movies, and especially Empire, did you freeze figures? Did you have like dip Han in a cup and freeze his ass?
Never once.
I don't remember ever doing that. Now, I will say I was a bathtub kid. Like, I
Me
took
too.
all my action figures to the bathtub. All the time, every time.
Oh yeah.
Up until, like, I was, like, 21, to be honest with you.
No judgment here.
At least that's what it felt like. But no, Hot Wheels and my action figures, especially my G.I. Joes, always went to the bathtub.
Oh yeah. This TIE fighter is my original TIE fighter, and it stopped working immediately because I pretty much I flew it around with that horrible sound, and then it went in the tub, and it was over. I mean,
Your mom and dad were like, finally.
yeah, right. Why don't you put this in the tub too? Just dropping shit in the tub.
Yeah, I couldn't have. I used to do the tub, and I actually will take back something that I said a moment ago. I used to have. I don't know if it's blow mold plastic, but do you guys remember the the old Batmobile that you could snap on? It was just basically a blue top and then a white bottom, and boom, you get them at Kmart. That served as ships, and that lived in the bathtub, and my figures would sometimes go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, lots of great bathtub times. Well, cool. Well, we hit the mark, so that's it for today. We're gonna come back tomorrow. We're gonna get into all the other lines. So Joe's, Transformers, Turtles. If that's what it takes. If that's what it takes.
Small Wonder, the Small Wonder figures. Those
Right.
were good.
Orc from Orc, all of it. We're going.
Strawberry
there.
shortcake. We're there.
But yeah, we'll be back all this week. We're gonna be looking back at this stuff and talking adventures in the backyards. So if you want some more of this action, you can hit us up at vorradio.com, and we have links to how to get in contact with us. So you can drop an email, you can leave a voicemail. We listen to it all, we watch it all, and we always play it on the last segment. So we're ready to listen, hear your stories. We want to hear your stories. And
We're
very
ready
active-
to believe you.
Yeah, thanks. Sorry. I always want to say that, but it's never appropriate. Yeah, and we have a huge Facebook group that's active all the time. Great bunch of people sharing stuff, funny links and things. So, yeah, VORradio.com. Be there. And that's all I got.
That's all you got.
So we'll be back tomorrow. May the Force
Be with.
the ass.
Oh yeah. Oh that ass. That ass.